The Centro de Confinamiento del Terrorismo is a maximum security prison located in Tecoluca, San Vicente, El Salvador. It is currently the largest prison in Latin America and one of the largest in the world, with a capacity to hold 40,000 inmates. The Centro de Confinamiento del Terrorismo, also known as the Terrorism Confinement Center, is a maximum security prison located in Tecoluca, San Vicente, El Salvador. The prison was built in late 2022 amidst a large-scale gang crackdown in El Salvador and was opened by the Salvadoran government in January 2023. El Salvador has struggled with gang violence for decades, with gangs such as MS-13 and the 18th Street Gang exerting control over local territories and engaging in criminal activities, including extortion, murder, and drug trafficking. The Salvadoran government has implemented various strategies to combat gang violence, including iron fist policies, truces, and anti-gang laws. However, these efforts have been met with limited success, and gang violence has continued to plague the country. In 2022, El Salvador experienced its deadliest day in history, with 62 people killed in gang-related violence. This surge in violence led to a renewed crackdown on gangs, and the construction of the CECOT was announced as part of this effort. The CECOT was built in late 2022, with a capacity to hold 40,000 inmates, making it the largest prison in Latin America and one of the largest in the world. The prison received its first 2,000 prisoners in February 2023, and as of June 2024, it has a population of 14,532 inmates. The CECOT has been the subject of international media attention, with some critics raising concerns about human rights violations and the treatment of inmates. Human Rights Watch has accused the Salvadoran government of arbitrary arrests, enforced disappearances, torture, and other ill treatment of detainees, and significant due process violations. Additionally, the prison's construction and operation have been criticized for their impact on the human rights of inmates, with allegations of overcrowding, poor living conditions, and mistreatment of prisoners. Despite the controversies surrounding the CECOT, the prison's construction and operation have had a significant impact on crime rates in El Salvador. Since the prison's opening, there has been a significant drop in crime rates in the country, with some reports suggesting that El Salvador has become one of the safest countries in the Western Hemisphere. The Centro de Confinamiento del Terrorismo, CECOT, a maximum security prison in El Salvador, boasts an array of advanced security features designed to prevent escape attempts, maintain control over the inmate population, and ensure the safety of both prisoners and staff. The prison is surrounded by a high-security perimeter fence, designed to prevent escape attempts and unauthorized access. The fence is equipped with advanced surveillance systems, including cameras and motion detectors, to monitor any suspicious activity. The CECOT is equipped with a comprehensive surveillance system comprising cameras, motion detectors, and other advanced technologies to monitor inmate activity. This system enables prison authorities to detect and respond to any potential security breaches or incidents in real time. The prison cell blocks are designed to minimize the risk of escape attempts, with individual cells and communal areas under constant surveillance. The cell blocks are also equipped with advanced security features, such as secure doors and windows to prevent unauthorized access or escape. The CECOT has a large contingent of trained guards, equipped with advanced security equipment, to maintain control and respond to any incidents. The guards are responsible for monitoring inmate activity, conducting regular security checks, and responding to any security breaches or incidents. As of June 2024, the CECOT has a population of 14,532 inmates, which is approximately 36% of its total capacity. The prison's population is comprised of individuals convicted of various crimes, including gang-related offenses, terrorism, and other serious crimes. The CECOT's population has been growing rapidly since its opening in January 2023. The prison received its first 2,000 prisoners in February 2023, and since then, the population has increased significantly. The Salvadoran government's efforts to combat gang violence and crime have led to a surge in arrests and convictions, resulting in a growing inmate population. The Salvadoran government has responded to these concerns by implementing measures to address overcrowding and improve prison conditions. These measures include the construction of new prison facilities, the hiring of additional staff, and the implementation of rehabilitation programs to support inmate rehabilitation and reintegration into society. The Centro de Confinamiento del Terrorismo, CECOT, is a maximum security prison with a capacity to hold 40,000 inmates. As of June 2024, the prison has a population of 14,532 inmates, with a growing trend. While the prison's growth has raised concerns about overcrowding and human rights violations, the Salvadoran government has responded by implementing measures to address these concerns and improve prison conditions. The impact of El Salvador's security strategies on crime rates has been a subject of intense debate and scrutiny. The country's recent history has been marked by a cycle of violence, with gangs and organized crime groups exerting significant control over territories and populations. In response, the government has implemented various security measures, including the construction of the Centro de Confinamiento del Terrorismo, CECOT, a maximum security prison designed to house 40,000 inmates. In the early 2000s, the Salvadoran government launched the Iron Fist Plan, Plan Mano Dura, and the Super Iron Fist Plan, Plan Super Mano Dura, which involved deploying joint police and military anti-gang squads to patrol the streets. These measures were accompanied by mass arrests of alleged gang members, often based on insubstantial evidence, such as tattoos and appearance. While these strategies may have led to short-term reductions in crime rates, they have been widely criticized for their human rights violations, including arbitrary detention, torture, and extrajudicial executions. In 2012, the government launched a process of negotiation with gang leaders, known as the Truce, La Tregua, which included cash payments to gang leaders and transfers of gang leaders from maximum security prisons to less restrictive detention facilities. This approach led to a significant decline in homicide rates between 2011 and 2013, from 64 and 70 per 100,000 people to 41 and 40 per 100,000 respectively. However, disappearances surged, and numerous studies showed that gangs continued to exert control over local territories and were involved in other crimes, including extortion and threats. The current government's security strategy, launched in 2020, involves a combination of measures, including the deployment of the military to support police in public safety operations, the expansion of the budget and tasks of the military, and the establishment of urban centers of well-being and opportunity, Programa Centros Urbanos de Bienestar y Oportunidades, CUBO, to prevent violence by improving opportunities for children and young adults. While the government's security strategy may have led to short-term reductions in crime rates, it has been criticized for its human rights violations, including the use of inhumane conditions in maximum security prisons, which may amount to torture or other cruel, inhuman, or degrading treatment or punishment under international law. The strategy has also been criticized for its lack of transparency, with the government refusing to provide details about the plan and its implementation. Experts have argued that a more effective approach to reducing crime rates would involve addressing the root causes of gang violence, including poverty, social exclusion, and limited economic and educational prospects. This could involve investing in programs designed to prevent the involvement of young people in crime, such as education and job training initiatives, as well as addressing the socio-economic conditions that drive children and young people to join gangs in the first place. Experts suggest that a long-term solution to reducing crime and gang violence in El Salvador must focus on addressing the underlying causes: poverty, social exclusion, and the lack of economic and educational opportunities. Investing in preventive measures, such as education and job training programs, could help steer young people away from gangs and create more pathways to success. By tackling the socioeconomic conditions that push individuals into criminal activities, El Salvador may be able to break the cycle of violence and create a more sustainable path to peace and security. When compared to some of the largest prisons in the world, El Salvador's Centro de Confinamiento del Terrorismo, CECOT, stands out due to its massive size and unique security focus. With a capacity to hold 40,000 inmates, CECOT ranks among the largest, though it still falls behind a few global counterparts in terms of inmate population. Here's a brief comparison with some of the world's largest prisons. Silivri Prison, Turkey. Known as one of the largest correctional facilities, it can hold up to 11,000 prisoners, but often operates well beyond capacity. Rikers Island, USA. Located in New York City, this complex can house up to 15,000 inmates at its peak, though recent reforms have aimed to reduce its numbers. Kresty Prison, Russia. Previously held over 10,000 inmates, but its aging infrastructure is no longer in full use. Tadmor Prison, Syria. While smaller in capacity, Estimated around 8,000, it is infamous for harsh conditions and overcrowding. In terms of total capacity, Sakoti surpasses most other prisons, making it one of the largest facilities in the world. The key difference lies in its specific design for housing inmates convicted of serious crimes like gang-related offenses and terrorism, along with its cutting-edge security measures. However, while some prisons across the world also face concerns over overcrowding and human rights violations, Sakoti has drawn particular international attention due to its role in El Salvador's aggressive anti-gang strategies. Its capacity and operation are integral to the country's efforts to combat gang violence on a massive scale. Prisoners in Sakoti are subjected to a strict daily routine. They are awakened at dawn and forced to exercise for 30 minutes in the central corridor of Block 3, using only their own body weight. After exercise, they are returned to their cells, where they spend most of their day. Prisoners are fed a meager diet of rice, beans, pasta, and hard-boiled eggs, which they must eat with their hands as utensils are considered potential weapons. The living conditions in Sakoti are harsh and overcrowded. Each cell is designed to hold 80 prisoners, with only 2 toilets and 2 washing basins. Prisoners are forced to sleep on bare metal bunks without mattresses or sheets. The cells are monitored by CCTV cameras, and prisoners have limited access to natural light and ventilation. Sakoti is equipped with advanced security features, including X-ray technology, to detect hidden objects and contraband. Upon arrival, inmates go through a detailed registration process where their personal information and criminal history are recorded. The entire prison compound is under constant video surveillance, ensuring that all activity is closely monitored. In terms of physical security, the prison boasts a fully stocked armory and is surrounded by a 15,000-volt electric fence. Additionally, the perimeter is reinforced with gravel flooring and enclosed by 4 9.8-foot tall walls. To maintain tight control, the facility has 19 guard towers and a robust security force consisting of 1,000 guards, 600 soldiers, and 250 police officers. This high level of manpower, combined with the advanced security measures, makes Sakoti one of the most secure prisons in the world. In conclusion, Sakoti's advanced security measures firmly establish it as one of the most secure prisons in the world. From state-of-the-art X-ray technology to high-voltage electric fences, every detail has been meticulously designed to ensure complete control, both inside and outside the facility. This prison stands as a powerful reminder of the lengths that can be taken to maintain order and safety within a correctional environment. The combination of highly trained personnel, cutting-edge technology, and a fortified physical structure highlights Sakoti's commitment to ensuring that no breach of security occurs. It serves as a testament to the serious approach taken towards incarceration in modern times, where security is paramount and the consequences of failure are grave. As we look to the future of corrections, Sakoti stands as a model of innovation, demonstrating how technology and human oversight can come together to create a nearly impenetrable system. It challenges the norms and sets a new standard for what a secure prison should be, with its blend of physical fortifications, vigilant surveillance, and dedicated staff. Ultimately, Sakoti is not just a prison, it's a fortress, a symbol of the extreme lengths taken to ensure the safety of society, while also serving as a sobering reminder of the challenges that come with managing high-risk inmates in a world where security can never be taken lightly.